Hi guys, this is Chris Wong here with another workout talk. I think in order to continue to make progress, something to do for workout is better than no workout at all. Again, like I went through a workout session that was quite short and not planned, and also I didn't get to finish everything. Now, it is a mistake, I would admit, that to not plan a workout, it's always can backfire. But with someone with workout experience and learning many exercises, it can also work out as well. Some people get through life without uh, planning something and they just wing it. So I ended up going based on how I felt for the session, and I felt like I wasn't as warmed up properly. So I decided to do a breathing exercise I learned from a trainer a few years ago who learned it from Elliot Hulse, and it's just to take bigger breaths in and improve breathing for Valsalva maneuver. And I did find that doing this also helped with getting more oxygen to my head and to feel like I can take bigger breaths in or to hold my breath in a bit longer. So getting back to like doing something instead of doing nothing. Once in a while, doing nothing is okay if the entire workout was consistent on a regular basis for like weeks or even a couple months. It's more like taking too much time off, and that decreases progress. But then there's also spending too much time in the gym or working out too hard, and it can actually hold back on progress. So just trying to do whatever I could. I just decided to do neck training. Started with no weight just to warm up my neck better. And just trying to play around with the hand movements. Try to do neck training with closed mouth or open mouth just to work out the neck muscles differently, to work out the jaw muscles differently as well. And then as usual, with weight, I started with 30 pounds. I tend to use 30 pounds and 50 pounds, as I'm not trying to get the neck to handle like 90 or 100 pound dumbbells, as I did find that even when I at one point tried doing 70 or 80 pounds, I had to get into position correctly, otherwise like I can slide off the bench. And also it is more difficult to put the dumbbell on my head, and in order to put the dumbbell down I just have to put it on the floor instead of just bringing it back towards me. I was actually trying to aim for like getting a full body in instead of trying to only focus on certain things. The way I thought about working out over the years was that full body gives a better metabolic effect. So it's better for fat burning. It's better for protein synthesis. Because the nervous system gets strained, regardless of whether doing a split or a full body routine. And then I was thinking back to days when I did like heavier labor work, like even when I move equipment from one place to another or lifting heavy boxes. It's full body. So that's why you never see me do a split workout. I know there's times when I do a workout, I may forget to train certain muscles, either due to timing or I just forget. But I find with full body, I'm more consistent to at least get majority of the muscles done. And if I forget to do something, then I put a little bit more focus on the areas I forget in the next training session. Here I am trying to do exercises I don't do often as well, like these knees to chest for the hip flexors. I'm trying to introduce them on a regular basis now, just to balance out with the glute training. And now that I think of it, it's actually kind of the same or similar motion as trying to kick the dumbbells up into to the shoulder position in order to prepare for a dumbbell overhead press when sitting on a bench, or even to get into position for lying down dumbbell bench press. But at least this time I try to keep it more strict, and I was thinking more of how to not push off from my toes, because that gives leverage, but try to initiate from the hip flexors so that the hip flexors get more of the workout. Now ideally I would like to do a full range of motion of this. With a dumbbell I did find it was a lot more difficult, and even with a setup at home. But even with a setup like this, I did find it was easier to get the range of motion that I don't really work out in, because I also do this exercise with a band, but as the band gets stretched out more, it does get tougher to get it the knees as close as possible to the chest. So I end up even stopping at I think around the waist level when I lie down and do it with the band. So as long as I think I'm working all ranges of motion, even with 2 different exercises, I think it can still improve the results. And now I'm also thinking to at least strengthening the hip flexors can add a little bit more, will add muscle more to the hip flexor over time, and hopefully, which I'm not really sure if it'll add a little bit more mass around the hip flexor area, which will make it more comfortable for the barbell to rest for doing band hip thrusts. Even though I don't really do barbell hip thrusts. Since I don't really do barbell hip thrusts, so there's no way for me to test that theory out. Or if I do it, I might do it once in a while when I feel I'm willing to put more time in to do it. And then due to timing, I just decided to finish off with overhead press with Arnold Press. I start with 30 pounds as usual, and then I try to do for I don't remember how many reps I did, but just to at least get warmed up. And then sometime during the video I decide to think about making it 55 pounds to 50 pounds. And for that day I think it kind of backfired a bit, because I only end up getting 1 rep in. The one way I was looking at it is if I expose a little bit heavier, then when I go back to the a little bit lighter weight, it should feel a little easier.